Live from Channels Television Global Headquarters in Lagos, Nigeria, this is Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Today we'll be focusing on the Northwestern region. But before we get into that, let's have a look at the top stories making the rounds at the moment. The Chief Judge of Edo State, Justice Daniel Okungbo, has sworn in Monday Okpebolo as the Governor of Edo State. Mr. Okpebolo took the oath of office at the inauguration ceremony at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium in Benin, the state's capital. Mr. Dennis Idahosa was sworn in as the Deputy Governor before Governor Okpebolo took his oath of office. Dignitaries, including the Vice President of Nigeria, Kashim Shettima, the reinstated Deputy Governor of Edo State, Philip Shuaibu, the Chairman of the Governors Forum, Abdurrahman Abdurazak, and other governors were in attendance. Governor Okpebolo won the September 21 off-cycle governorship election in the state under the banner of the All Progressives Congress, APC. He polled 291,667 votes to defeat Asue Ighodalo of the People's Democratic Party, who came second with 247,274 votes.
Integrity.
Plateau State Governor Caleb Muftwang has clarified that the bomb alarm was a false triggered by a group of individuals who misinterpreted a heap of polythene bags as a potential threat. The bomb scare led to a wave of fear and panic among citizens in the affected area. The governor explained that security agencies, including the anti-bomb squad from the Plateau State Police Command, responded swiftly, conducting a thorough cordon and search operation at the scene. After an exhaustive inspection, no evidence of any explosive device was found. We start off in Jigawa State, where a tragic accident has claimed the lives of 10 people when a Toyota Hummer bus collided with a parked trailer along the Kano-Hadejia road in Yanfari village, Taura local government area. The police public relations officer for Jigawa State Police Command, Lawan Adam, says the incident occurred around 9:30 p.m. on Monday. He says the bus, carrying 11 passengers, was en route from Kano to Hadejia when it struck a stationary trailer. The impact caused the bus to somersault, resulting in the death of the driver and 9 passengers. The lone survivor is currently receiving treatment at Majia Primary Health Care Center. We move over to Kaduna State, where the state government has announced plans to invest the sum of 93 billion naira for the rehabilitation of the water sector in the state. This is part of efforts to improve the supply of clean and portable water to the people of the state. The State Commissioner of Public Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Ibrahim Hamza, made the disclosure during a media briefing in Kaduna.
The Kaduna State Water Corporation, established in 1972, has been facing several managerial challenges in the past 10 years, which has hampered its ability to provide water services for the residents of the state. Some of the challenges include aging infrastructure and poor funding. However, the state government has declared a state of emergency on the provision of water in the state. The Commissioner for Public Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Ibrahim Hamza, explains the investments that the government has made to address the challenges.
The state government, in its own wisdom, decided to invest a total sum of 93 billion naira. Which is going to span the next 4 years, or 3 years rather. The state also invested heavily in the rehabilitation and retrofitting of all the water treatment plants we have in all the 3 senatorial districts.
The intervention of the state government is expected to reposition the water corporation for effective service delivery.
For now, we are operating at less than 20% capacity utilization, all the Karswag water treatment plants. So if the governor is able to do this, then definitely he will reposition us to our former glory. And I believe, because the plan is for the next 3 years. And I would like to tell His Excellency that the staff of Kaduna State Water Corporation are very hardworking. And with what he has done, we will never let him down. In fact, before the next 3 years, if he's able to do what he said he will do, will be on our own. Even if we will not break even, we'll be able to generate what will pay ourselves and possess our own water treatment chemicals.
Another area of intervention is the payment of outstanding salaries and wages owed workers of the Water Corporation.
The total sum of 800 million was approved for the payment of outstanding salaries and wages of all the staffs, and they are going to be paid in 4 tranches.
According to the Kaduna State Government, plans are underway to rehabilitate existing water schemes in the Kaduna metropolis, Zaria and southern Kaduna.
Governor Diko Rada of Katsina State has approved the full renovation and upgrade of 34 additional primary healthcare facilities across the state. This is in addition to the 102 primary healthcare facilities recently upgraded and renovated in the state. The target is to ensure that each and every 361 political wards in the state has one fully functional primary healthcare center, equipped with basic infrastructure, equipment supply, and human resources before the end of his first tenure in office. During the inspection, the governor interacted with patients, caregivers, and health personnel, where he took decisions that will, according to him, have positive impacts on the state's healthcare delivery. According to the Executive Secretary of the Katsina State Primary Healthcare Development Agency, the ongoing upgrading and renovation contract encompasses renovation and upgrade of the affected primary healthcare centers, staff quarters, dispensaries, medical wards, and other facilities.
He has asked us to do need assessment in terms of the gap we have in the human resource, and he has assured us that he's going to recruit. In fact, right now there is advert and the process of recruitment at the hospital management board, where various cadre of healthcare workers are going to be employed. So also for the primary healthcare level, we've written a memo. He has asked us to provide additional information, and this will ensure that what His Excellency wants is to have in every political ward one functional PC per ward in terms of infrastructure, equipment, water supply, human resource for health, and all what it takes. Already we have now 102 fully renovated PSC facilities, and he has just approved last month an additional 34, making it 136. And before the end of his first tenure in office, we are going to have 361 fully functional primary healthcare facilities.
Staying in Katsina, a 2-day advocacy workshop on the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 has been concluded in the state, with stakeholders seeking for increased budgetary allocation for effective oversight, monitoring, and implementation of the act in the country. Well-experienced personalities drawn from the Nigerian Police Force, the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, the Correctional Center, the CSOs, the Katsina Ministry of Justice, and that of Women Affairs, the State House of Assembly, and International Federation of Women Lawyers attended the workshop. The workshop, tagged Research on the Compliance Level of Actors to the Provisions of the Administration of Criminal Justice Laws in the 8 project states, was organized by Clean Foundation and supported by MacArthur Foundation. The acting executive director of the Clean Foundation, Peter Maduoma, explained that the workshop also focused on the justice gaps and how to close them through state capacity implementation of the ACJL in the area of good and adequate budgeting.
We know that budgeting is one of the constraints of many states, many projects, and so on, both from capital to name it in our country. So we want to look at the gaps that we have that is hindering this particular act being fully implemented and effectively implemented, and how we need to close those gaps. So we'll be looking at that. And then the last not but the least, we want to look at also the critical role that strategic advocacy and communication plays in the implementation of this particular act, and how we can formulate tools that will help us to effectively and ensure that the ACJA and the law at the state level also is effective. And then to bring about the necessary change we need in our society and have an enabling society that we can all say that is a society that is growing in the area of justice and in the area of peace also.
We head over to Kano State, where the state's government has allocated 31% of the 2025 budget to education. The figure was announced during Governor Abba Yusuf's presentation of the 549.16 billion naira budget to lawmakers at the House of Assembly. Other sectors that took a large part of the appropriation bill include health, with 90.6 billion naira, and infrastructure, with 70.68 billion naira. Our correspondent, Sadiq Ilyasu, has more.
Governor Abba Yusuf of Kano State is at the State House of Assembly to present the 2025 appropriation bill. After the House approved the motion for the hearing of the appropriation bill, Governor Yusuf begins his presentation by reflecting on his administration's achievements.
Since we came on board, we embarked on implementing policies contained in our blueprint, which are geared towards ameliorating their conditions. The foreign scholarship program for youths, the Auran Zorawa, the 50,000 capital being given to women on monthly basis, to over 5,200 women across 44 local government areas, across 484 wards.
The governor makes education a top priority of his administration, and that is reflected in the allocation to the sector.
This sector has been allocated the sum of 168 billion 350 million 802,346 naira 19 kobo.
According to the governor's presentation, health is getting 16.5% of the budget, which is about 90.6 billion naira.
Health sector, 90 billion 600 million 835,766 naira 48 kobo.
The lawmakers are promising to give the bill speedy consideration and subsequent passage.
Let me at this juncture reassure Your Excellency that the Honorable House will immediately swing into action to pass the 2025 budget into good time to help the state keep the January to December budget cycle.
Meanwhile, in an interview with Newsroom, the Director General of Kano State's Public Debt Management revealed that the state government has repaid over 60 billion naira in debt borrowed by the previous administration.
His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Kano State, Alhaji Abba Kabir Yusuf, had fed an external debts of about 3 billion 491 132 and 226,073 kobo, and he also paid a domestic loan outstanding of about 16 million 888,353.57 billion for just first and second quarter of 2024. With this development, our overall debt outstanding was drastically reduced to 127 billion 793,608,048.62 kobo for both domestic and foreign liabilities.
The 2025 appropriation bill reflects Kano State's commitment to improving education, health, and infrastructure to enhance the well-being of its citizens. Sadiq Ilyasu, Channels Television News.
Welcome back. Creating employment opportunities through the empowerment of women and youths is part of the Kano State government's plans to boost economic growth. Women and youth across the 44 local government areas of the state are being equipped with skills ranging from agriculture, marketing, cooking, baking, art, information technology, and to help reduce the burden of unemployment. The state government says it's doing this with some development partners to provide as many jobs as possible to ensure a vibrant economy. Our correspondent, Nanchin Vincent, tells us more in this report.
Women and youths converge on the convocation arena of Bayero University, Kano, for the graduation of 6,000 trainees of the State Skill Acquisition Program, which covered about 30 different skills and capacity building areas. This program, organized by Kano State Government in collaboration with Better Life for Women and Children Future Foundation, not only provides them with skills, but also gives them tools to help start up their businesses.
How can the economy be strong? It has to be started from micro. The nano economy is very important in an economic development. So these are taking care of the issue of nano economy. That the moment economics, the economy from house to house, as the name of our governor implies, being His Excellency Abba Gida Gida, that Gida Gida implies that, turning the fortune of each and every household in the state. And that's what he's doing. And this is what this organization is collaborating the effort of the government in achieving that. And once we achieve that, we will get what? A very strong and formidable members of the household that represent the society.
Organizers believe that when you equip women and young people with the knowledge and network of doing business, it has ripple effects on the economy.
We are here to graduate 6,000 youth that we have given an impacted capacity building. We are hoping for them is to make sure that whatever we have impacted on them, that they should be able to do for their self-reliance.
It is a project whereby we initiated digitally in order for us to transform the youth in Kano State digitally, so that we should provide them with new skills digitally through the use of our technology in order for us to boost our economy and at the same time to rectify or to solve the issue of our economic challenges.
Aisha Ahmed, a beneficiary, feels empowered and expresses her readiness to have a better life.
Now I'm going to start my tomatoes farming better after this training.
Certificates are awarded to the graduates as they are advised to work hard and ensure that they grow their businesses for societal sustainability. From Kano Commercial City, Nanchin Vincent, Channels Television News.
The Acting Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has arrived in Sokoto for his maiden operational visits to the 8th Division Area of Responsibility. In the northwestern state, he met with troops of Operation Fasanyama, fighting terrorists in the northwest region, and charged them to respond to emerging threats to peace and stability of the nation. Lieutenant General Oluyede's visit comes 3 days after the defense headquarters confirmed the emergence of a new terror group known as Lakurawa in Sokoto and Kebbi states. The Acting Chief of Army Staff also appealed to Nigerians to support troops by supplying vital information to help fight against terrorism in the country.
I am here particularly to see my soldiers, to assess their state of readiness, and to charge them to continue to do what they've been doing well, so as to secure Nigeria in general. There will always be challenges. Now, the issue is how do we react to those challenges? So one of the reasons why I'm here is to charge up my soldiers to brace up to challenge, and that we shall do. My charge to the community people is for them to support us, because the fact is that Nigeria Army belongs to all Nigerians. And if we don't get their support, we can't succeed. And if we don't succeed, that means Nigeria itself will not be secured. And we need Nigeria to be secured so that we can have economic prosperity.
And that's where we close the curtain on this edition of Newsroom Series. I'm Dominic Iwiwu. Remember, Nigeria is the only nation we have. Let's keep it clean.